So a question has popped into my head recently, and maybe this question has popped into some of your guys' heads. And that question being, what if DT didn't exist in OSU anymore? What would the top 100 look like? What would the new PP record look like? How would everything look in general? Well, in this video, I'm gonna tell you roughly what it would be like if DT just didn't exist in OSU. So, if you're ready to see what OSU would be like with no DT, then please sit back and enjoy the video. And make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Now, to find this out, if you go over to the PP Recalculations website, there is a section on the website that's a test page for no DT. Now, it's pretty self-explanatory. It basically gets rid of DT. Now, since this is just the PP Recalculations website, it is limited to the top 500 after the rework. So you won't be able to see past the top 500 in this current rework for no DT. But even so, you will be able to get a rough idea of what it would be like if DT didn't exist in OSU. Now, just to get a rough idea of what it would be like, to just get into the new top 500, it would only take 8,117 total PP for you to be a top 500 player. But now what about the top 50? How much would you need to get into the top 50 now? Well, for the top 50, you would only need 15,000 PP to get into the new top 50, which is over 3,000 PP less than what it currently takes to get into the top 50. Which is quite a drastic change if you ask me. And now let's take a look at some other things that would change if there was no DT. And now some things never change, and those things being Mrekk is still the #1 ranked player even if there was no DT. But that doesn't mean the gap is super big anymore. In fact, Mrekk would lose roughly 10,327 total PP from his current PP value, putting him at just under 20,000 at 19,862 total PP. And that's not far off from the rank 2 player, and that new rank 2 player actually being a secret box, with his new PP being at 19,706, making the PP gap from rank 1 to rank 2 just under 200 total PP, which is a drastic difference from the current gap between rank 1 and 2. Now yes, a secret box would lose about 1,000 total PP, but even then, he is still relatively high ranked, and the rank #1 and 2 would be dominated by Australia now. Now, what about the PP record? What would it be now? Well, actually, it would be a score that I mentioned in my last video, that score being Mrekk's 1 missed choke on Cellar of Ghosts with Hidden Hard Rock. That score being worth 1,282 PP, that being the new PP record. And Mrekk would just pretty much turn into a Hard Rock stream aim player. And now let's just roughly go through the top 50 and see what all has changed. Now, as for the new top 10, it would consist of, in this order, Mrekk at rank 1, a secret box, Hydrogen Bomb, Archer, Zoodinator, Malashevsky, MCY4, White Cat, Saiku, and Chocomint for your new top 10 in OSU. And as you can see, there's pretty much a big trend, that trend being Hard Rock aim stream players. So pretty much OSU would be dominated by stream aim players now since DT is no longer here, and I mean, yeah, it kind of makes sense. That's kind of like the only other thing that is worth anything, since tech and aim control really isn't worth much at all. And even alt is worth practically nothing, especially for really difficult maps. And a lot of really well-known stream aim players would re-enter into the top 50. Players like Recursion, Umbre, Reedcat, Varvalian, BTMC being at rank 32, which would be just 2 ranks off of his peak rank ever, and even some relatively well-known DT top 50 players would still be in the new top 50 even with no DT. Players like Matthew, Nineric, Akolibed, Kamenchik, Xylus, and even Ryuke. And while most of those players that I just mentioned are really well known for their DT ability, they're also really good stream aim players, just like some of the rest of the people I mentioned in the top 50. and it really shows because they'd still be in the top 50, which is really impressive. Now yes, they would lose considerable amounts of PP, but them still holding their own in the top 50 is still quite impressive. And now, what are your guys' opinion on if DT didn't exist in Osu? Would you guys be really happy about it, or would you be really sad that DT is gone? Now, I'm pretty sure we'll never have to experience this since DT has been a part of the game basically ever since Osu has been made, and it's definitely not going anywhere anytime soon, and I'm pretty sure this was just made for entertainment, or just to give an idea of what if. But what do you guys think of the new top 50 without DT? Would you like this top 50 better? And do you think this top 50 would be deserved? Let me know down in the comments below what you guys think. But with all that being said, that's pretty much it for this video, so thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed, and if you did, please make sure to leave a like and sub. I would really appreciate it, and it helps support me so much, so thank you so much. And remember, 90% of you are not subscribed, so I'd really appreciate it if you could help subscribe and support me. So thank you so much for enjoying the video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Have a good rest of your nights or days, and I'll see you next time. Peace out.